Welcome, everyone, to San Antonio by Night Blood Gambit, episode 21. Where we had left off, Squatch had gone off on his own to stalk a person of Batista's domain, a Albert Carlson, a known firearms enthusiast, possibly an expert, and upon being discovered at Carlson's Haven while he was still home, proceeded to get shot directly in the face, bringing back a nasty wound that left a chunk of his skull missing. Nothing he couldn't recover from, as it was relatively superficial, but that does still take blood to be able to repair. And so, after doing that, he had promised Alysse that he would introduce her to someone from the Nosferatu, someone who was going to meet them somewhere in the sewers nearby to the Warrens. Squatch, you know the Warrens to be very labyrinthian in nature. Twists and turns and squeezes every which way to even get to the havens down there and the offices of those who would make that their home. By design, it's meant to get you lost. But you haven't made it there yet. No, instead, Alysse, being the adorable minister that she is, decided she wanted to make good on an earlier conversation and try a rat for dinner. Not being very successful in the capture of one herself, you attempted to make good on that too. Trying to catch the thing, you jumped at it quickly, efficiently. But the thing escaped your grasp, and instead you went landing sort of elbows first into a tiny little puddle of standing water, splashing it onto everything in front of you, including a short, blonde-haired man, hair cut in a bowl cut, in a sweater, a nice jacket, nice pants, and nice shoes. What do you do?
Squatch is going to get back onto his feet, kind of brush himself off, and look over the man in front of him. My bad, dude. Didn't realize you were there.
The man ends up pulling out a small handkerchief, wiping away the grime that has been splashed upon his person, flicking aside the overwhelming amount of disgust that as they have gone upon his person, he folds it back and places it delicately into his pocket. Looking at the two of you, his eyes narrow. I Are you all right?
Oh,
You look sickly.
and he's gonna reach back to try and pull up his hood and realize that he's still in the hoodie that his head got shot through with.
Yes.
Yeah,
Half that hood is missing.
yeah, that's not good.
No,
Yeah, I'm fine. Accident.
you're far from fine. You are wounded. You stumble around, clearly. Perhaps you are damaged. You're taking this man to hospital, yes?
Oh, sorry, sweetie. I didn't realize this was your tunnel. No, he's supposed to be taking me to a meeting. You're not the fellow we're looking for. You seem too pretty to be down here.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Why, thank you.
But given the fact that a man whose face has been removed by vicious means, I can only presume, not dead, would imply something else, would it not?
Strong genes.
Too stubborn to go down.
And well-mannered. It is a sign of good breeding. So, who is it that you are looking for? Mr. Mrs.
Oh, excuse us.
You can just call me Squatch, Mr.
Mr. Squatch. Well, if only one name suffices, then only one name suffices for the time being. Marius. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You are a hunt, if I understand.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Honored to make your acquaintance. Yours is a... I am humbled to have made your acquaintance. Which leaves the question to your beloved guest.
This is Miss Alysse Drew.
Yeah,
Friend of mine.
Grammy-winning singer-songwriter. Humble too.
Miss Drew, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Now, who are you here to meet?
ST, who were we down here to meet up with? I don't think you ever told us.
You were going to meet a fellow by the name of Gregor Douglas.
Coffee in my heart. Yeah, we were going to meet up with a Mr. Douglas.
ST, would this name ring a bell to Marius?
Yes. Chauffeur to one very important Nosferatu. Being a Nosferatu himself.
Ah, yes, the carriage man.
Yeah, that's him. Miss Drew here wanted to meet another one, another haunt. Figure I'd her in the right direction.
There is something to be said for coming down here to end up approaching them. Most do not have the willingness to do so. More importantly, most are wise to avoid it, unless desperation or invitation. And Mr. Squatch, I do not believe I have ever made your acquaintance before. Or you, Miss Drew. Which would imply that you are newer to the city. Yes.
Relatively. Tend to spend most of my time up topside anyway.
Dangerous. Within Nosferatu. You must be very brave.
Knowing how to get around the shadows kind of works.
But not your most valuable asset. Is it?
Oh, it's one of the top ones.
Well, that leaves a question, because the name is familiar. The hostess. Yes, now I remember. So difficult to remember all of them. You head of an establishment, the Dancing Corpse. No. It's one word. Zombie. I wish to end up. That is correct.
Dancing Corpse is better. I think I'm gonna change it actually.
It helps when you spend some time in marketing, I'm sure.
I should contract your services.
As honored as I would be to end up doing so, I am afraid that I do not contract out too often these nights.
Do you come out at all?
Quite frequently.
Surprised I haven't seen you at the club.
Oh, not at clubs. Not my scene. Mine is a little bit more esoteric. Selective memberships. It is required for one such as ourselves. I serve the city in my own way. Though, now that I recall, has there been some form of miscommunication? You are able to remain with the zombie?
Whatever do you mean?
Never mind, never mind. I'm sure it's nothing of significance.
So what brings a nice-dressed gentleman like yourself down here?
Clearly in need of a new tailor.
My apologies for that, honestly.
Well, you could make it even for me. If you are so aggrieved.
If I could make it right, what would you have me do?
I am told the Nosferatu are capable of garnering all manners of secrets. I am told they can have an ability to end up gathering items as well.
Yeah,
Excellent.
know what you're doing.
You are familiar with Altenburg, yes?
Yeah, yeah. Haven't met her face to face yet, but heard a lot about her.
Unbeknownst to her, take a single rose from the bouquet that rests in the center of their greeting room and place it upon the doorstep of the military compound in Jameson's domain. And we will call it even. That should not be.
Challenging, but I am up for a challenge.
Now, the simple rule is it must be one from hers. And it must be placed upon the military compound in Jameson's domain. Simply at the front gate. Never seen, never witnessed. You do this and maintain silence, and I will consider the matter closed.
Alright, we got a deal.
Now, only thing that's fair. After all, it is merely a rose. So, what can I do for you, lovely people? You notice his face gets a little bit more stern when he says that.
Well, honestly, we could just get out of your way and let you carry on with your night. We do have a meeting to get to.
I have already done so. I have wished to spend a little bit of time with old friends. And along the way, I have met some new ones. Besides, the suit only cost 40,000. What's a little bit of cash between friends?
Squatch actively cringes at that amount.
Mr.
What?
Marius. No, please, go on.
Oh, no, please. Lady voice speaks first in my presence.
Very kind. May I ask, as you mentioned the esoteric, what are your thoughts on the Setites?
Given what I hear of your parties, I don't think that would be for polite conversation. Thankfully, it is not my purview to guide who comes and leaves the sewers. And you are within the graces of a wonderfully inclined Nosferatu. So, since you are in there good helping, I will abide in same.
Asked and answered. Thank you.
Besides, welcome to San Antonio. It is not for me to strike up old feuds.
I want to incite that.
Hmm. You may. That's a win's insight.
It's not going to be very high, but I can't risk a browse check right now.
ST, I'll just take half.
Okay.
I'll just take half.
Okay. What are you trying to learn, Squatch?
What he means by old feuds.
If you had to guess. I mean, there's plenty of old feuds going on everywhere, all of the time.
Yeah.
He could mean something about an old feud within the city. He could mean something more specific, something broader. It's kind of hard to narrow down. You're not quite sure what he means.
Yeah.
Could I throw like an occult check on that?
Yeah, intelligence occult.
In lieu of like a history check? Okay.
Would you like to spend willpower?
Absolutely.
From your perspective, Alysse, you kind of get maybe an inkling it has to do with clan.
Like related to his clan.
Maybe yours, maybe Squatch's.
It's okay, so it sounded like it is bad blood between Alice and Marius, but because of Squatch, he won't escalate that.
It's a reasonable theory.
After all, is this not the city of second chances? So many have come to enjoy the fruits of the movement. Even more, still trying to end up finding what it means. It's fascinating. Fascinates me. However, as a gesture of good faith, I hear if you go at 3 a.m. to a particular location, they may be able to assist you in a piece of furniture or two in order to end up assisting in your endeavors in the zombie. You can't miss the location. It is a building of truest royal blue and yellow here letters. IKEA.
Baby, I'm white trash, but I'm not that trashy.
Please. There has been many who have ended up using such places as their seat of power and garnered quite a bit of it over the years. And it's a small favor. A prevention of hostility, so to speak.
So I'm going to IKEA.
If you wish for a couple of stools, simply end up saying Joshua sent you. And they'll know. One-time offer.
I thank you for your gracious offer. And, Marius, to what do I owe this pleasure?
A kindness offered to the Nosferatu, and the promise kept. After all, you are in the business of maintaining appearances as well. I can respect that.
Well, hellfire, Squatch. We get you a little.
Go on.
We get you a little shack and a couple of stools and one of those roll-out beds, and you'll have a nice little hovel to sleep in.
I think I'll just stick to the basement, thank you. I like my little corner. I've got a pet spider.
That's kind of sad. What's its name?
Maurice.
All right.
Right. Mr. Maris, if you need to get a hold of us in the future, our crew.
I am sure you're not difficult to find.
Well, our crew does what it can to try to keep things quiet, and he's going to be digging around his hoodie pocket, fishes out a plastic bag, business cards in it, pulls one out, hands it over to Marius. This
He looks
is
at it.
the head of our little group, Mr. Jacob Levick. If you can't find one of us, get a hold of him. He usually knows where we are.
Well, with that and good tidings, I will make your passing. However, I would say to keep your heads down. After all, If you're trying to keep quiet, rumors are that things will get quite loud around you. So if you'll pardon, I will keep my distance for the time being.
Quite understandable.
He takes a step to the side and graciously bows and gestures for them to continue down their travels.
And Squatch will gently usher Alice past him with a courteous nod.
And do you simply walk away?
Squatch is paying
Simply
attention
leave.
to hear if they're being followed.
Are they being followed?
I don't know. I have business elsewhere. And now a curiosity. It's time to go.
Yes, sir. You hear in your ear.
First, I got to go get changed.
Shall I continue to follow them?
Yes. If for nothing else, I would hate for something ill to end up falling upon his company. I will find another escort for the time being.
Understood. Leaving Alice and Squatch to continue down the tunnels.
Alice grabs Squatch by the hoodie and makes like a very tight fist and doesn't say anything.
Because you both know that fits the description.
Uh-huh.
A description.
The most normal description.
Mm. Heading
Got
off.
out of there. Leave.
Anything that you two wish to say to one another as you continue down the tunnels a little bit longer, maybe for about another hour?
I didn't even eat a rat and my stomach hurts.
Yeah, well, be thankful that's all that hurts. Made it out of there. We're alive. You should really be fucking thankful for that. At least you kept your mouth shut. For once.
Continuing along, you eventually reach your destination. And you do see a man who's also well dressed. kind of a suit with a button-down shirt and tie. Kind of looks almost bellboy-like. But he stands very straight. His average height, probably about 5'10", 5'11". Hands sort of clasped behind his back. Squatch, you would know this to be the person that you are looking for.
And he will lead Alice over to him. Mr. Douglas, thanks for meeting with us.
Yes, Mr. Squatch. You had called to inform me that you had a desire to introduce us to someone.
This is Miss Alysse Drew, Plan Ministry. She wanted to have a little chat with you.
Sure. Of course. How can I be of service, Miss Drew?
Hi, good evening. I was under the impression that I could be of service to you.
It's quite
I
possible.
believe. Thank you. I recently discovered that I was in lineage of a certain Count Giacolo, and I'm sort of tapping into his prickerish energy. It's interesting. Anyhow, I'm to understand that certain holders of needs and dues owed may need some help collecting. Well,
Debt collecting.
call me the collector.
Tell me, what would you do to collect such debt? I must, of course, interview and vet you.
But of course,
As you would not be working for me, you would be working for my sire. And he is a very selective individual about his associates.
very impressive, and I'm honored to even have the opportunity. Thank you very much. I spent, a decade or so in the music industry. So, dealing at the negotiation table is something I'm very accustomed to doing, especially as an early artist. I had to do the work for myself. Nobody in my group did the work for us. I did it. And I came up from nothing to become a superstar. Unfortunately, things fell apart due to personnel issues, let's say. But I'm rebuilding my career for myself.
Negotiation tactics.
You can't negotiate with a narcissist, unfortunately.
So they say.
However, in my time hence in the city, I've built a successful business. Found myself in a coterie with capable allies, lawyers, Nosferatu, of course. Smart, powerful, and wily. I would not only lean on my own prowess, but theirs as well. An effective team at my back, and my own wits and charisma would lead us to success in any mission that you put before us.
In the cases that my sire would give you, negotiating has been attempted already. Thus, further tactics would be needed in order to be able to collect on a debt. Not necessarily financial, mind you. So, in situations such as that, how would you conduct yourself?
I understand. You attempted the carrot, and now I'm the stick.
So to speak.
Situations such as that, thank you. In situations such as that, I wouldn't be so short to imply the heavies as I would to find leverage where necessary. Sometimes a little angle on the fulcrum can do wonders to apply pressure.
Hmm. If, for instance, hypothetically, if someone such as Baron Jameson were to owe us something, would it be you that I would speak to in order to make sure that the debt is collected?
Why not indeed?
But rumor has it you haven't even met the Baron yourself, have you?
Sure. He was in my club, after all. He accepted a personal invitation to a soiree I was throwing.
Yes, I believe the rumors called it a blood orgy.
Very proud of that.
Hmm. Not the sort of soiree you normally find a distinguished baron at, but...
And I got 3.
Hmm. But you're pretty proud of yourself for that.
It's not nothing.
And why should I not employ your heavies? If they would be doing your heavy lifting, I might as well go straight to the source.
Because I carry the experience of my bloodline.
You carry your bloodline. I have yet to hear you say that you have experience. Name an instance in which you've done something like this before.
Oh, I can. Let's see. We shook a fella down, a Bruja, and let's see. Started off, thought he was going to be killed by us, but then we turned it around and made him think we were protecting him after all. Turned that whole situation around on him.
Hmm.
Yeah, now he's gonna call us basically anytime he needs something. Made him totally indebted to us. Out of nothing. A promise that we were gonna hurt him.
So you created a debt that you would then collect at your earliest convenience, I'm sure.
I need only the debts.
Hmm. Fascinating. Well, any other experience that you would like to share? Or is that it? After all, this is going into your resume.
Fair enough. Let me think back. I've got decade in the music industry. Summoned the barons. Manipulated the Bruja into thinking that he owed us when he didn't. Meeting the highest echelons of kindred society here based on chance meeting and then them offering me things they didn't need to offer, but that's basically nothing.
Hmm. Aside from the barons, what kind of upper echelons are you speaking of?
I don't know. Something esoteric, something highly selective. I don't really know what part of the strata they are of. Is there something higher than barons here?
No.
Are you sure? Because it
Positive.
sounded higher than barons.
I am positive, Miss Alice.
Do you know somebody named Marius Calhoun?
He didn't give you a last name.
Oh, my bad. Marius? Excuse me.
I have heard the name in passing.
Short guy, bowl cut, goatee, $40,000 suit.
Hmm.
He was just here. Pretty close. Couple miles.
I have met him once or twice.
Yeah, he knew you.
Of course he did. I am, after all, chauffeur to someone that he finds rather amusing.
Yeah, he said you were a carriage driver. Do you like drive horses? Because that seems
No,
antiquated.
a limousine.
Oh, that's nice.
Sometimes a nice sports car.
Y'all are fancy, huh?
My sire only deserves the best.
And that's why he deserves me.
Hmm. And you would back any of your jobs with your word.
I'd back him with my life.
Careful. Someone might take you up on that.
I expect they'll try.
Well then, I think I have everything that I need to know. I will take this back, and you should expect a call. If you're
Alice
hired.
extends a hand to shake his hand.
He goes to shake your hand. It's very bony, very cold.
Well, Alice doesn't blush.
It's a pleasure seeing you, Squatch.
Good to see you again, too, Mr. Douglas. You take care.
And Mr. Douglas, as he's been come to be known, disappears into the tunnel.
Squatch is gonna slowly look at Alice like, you mean to tell me you came down here to be a debt collector to the Nosferatu, and you have no experience in collecting debts?
Yes.
You couldn't even attempt to make up a story on the spot?
No.
What kind of idiot comes down here with no fucking plan for that?
Not that kind of role player, Squatch.
I have seen you lie about the dumbest fucking thing. And the one time you could fucking make it working alongside the Nosferatu, you don't have anything.
I don't know. There was something about his eyes. It just fixed me. Transfixed me. I don't know.
That's all it takes.
It's like a
to
job
fix you.
Have you ever had a job interview? You can't lie in those. They'll know. You get in the job and then they'll just tear you apart. You'll be in a control panel plugging things together and it just won't work.
One, you can get away with half-truth. I've known people who have lied about experience turn around and gain the experience on the job while covering their asses good enough to get away with it.
They're gonna hire me. I'm not worried about it.
I ain't worried about a goddamn thing you do. I'm just telling you that was a fucking stupid move.
Coffee didn't even make me roll for it. It'll be fine.
I didn't think that there was anything that needed to be rolled for that.
I'm going to take you the long way to get out of here. That way we don't have to risk running into Mr. Boldcut.
I like that plan.
Squatch is going to lead her a different way to get out of the sewers.
Yeah, and it's the pretty long way.
Yeah. Making her trudge through some of the dirtiest parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
On top of it.
Where are y'all headed?
Back to the Haven.
Okay.
Reporting to Jacob.
Well then. Reporting in to Jacob. Meanwhile, Ambush and Jacob, you are at home. When Jacob, you get a text. One of your neighborhood contacts. Ones who have been on went on watch. You know, that neighborhood watch you set up for the entire thing?
Yes, police presence.
Yeah, that neighborhood watch is following, not closely, a vehicle. A truck. It's a nice truck. Judging from the picture, you'd say it's old, but it looks well kept. Roll me an intelligence and something. Let me hang on. Intelligence. Awareness.
No modifiers?
Mm-mm. Would you like to spend willpower?
Yes, I think I will.
Or succeed at a cost?
Never mind.
You swear you've seen that vehicle before, but you can't place it.
He gets up.
It's been way too long since the last time that you saw it, and you can't just place it.
He gets up, tucks his phone into his pocket, pulls on his jacket, closes his computer and slides it into his bag, makes sure that his gun is on his belt, and he makes his way downstairs. Ambush!
What's up?
We may have company coming.
He looks over, like, I'm assuming the bad kind of company?
I don't know yet.
Do I need to, like, jack myself up? Do I need to, like, just in case?
Be prepared for anything.
Okay, I'd like to, rouse for, prowess. Just in case.
You are welcome to do so.
Oh, boy. Oop, nope, alright.
Getting hungrier. You would very much like a snack right now. Maybe whoever it is that's coming to visit would be a tasty snack.
Ooh, that's not a good idea. But, yeah, maybe. Perhaps. Yeah, you just watch as, like, his arms get, like, bigger than they already are.
Jacob is going
He
to
tenses up.
pull up that image of the vehicle
Mm.
and just show Ambush.
Ambush, if you would like to make an
Oh.
intelligence awareness.
Oh. Can I argue streetwise, given it's like a vehicle?
It's whether or not you remember where you've seen it before.
Okay. Sure, I'll make an intelligence awareness. My whole 1 dice in this pool. No, I don't know anything.
Nope. You are pretty sure that you have never seen this vehicle in your entire life.
I have no idea what that truck is. It looks nice, though.
It looks kept. Do I get an indication of how far away this vehicle is from our home?
Between the coterie house and the sort of border of your neighborhood watch is about 5 minutes. by car.
In that time,
and your contact does say that they're not driving especially fast.
yes, well, it would be unwise to make oneself particularly known. Jacob is going to send a message through to Alice, assuming he's aware that Squatch and Alice are together.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're aware that they're together.
It's going to say, potential company. Please be courteous on your way in.
No, their conversation between the two people that they have spoken to took roughly about 30 minutes or more. So, while Alice, you will get that text, it'll probably be...
They're also in the sewer.
Yeah.
So probably no service.
Depending how deep they are, yeah, self-service just doesn't work. Especially the closer you get to the Warren Squatch.
Yep.
Cell phones just don't work.
There are reasons for that. Reasons we shall not discuss.
Yes.
And probably not just the depth factor.
Mm-hmm.
But, in waiting that 5 minutes, you hear a sort of gentle knock at the door.
Ambush looks over to Jacob.
Jacob gets up and he makes his way across to open the door.
And I'm sure a figure that you may or may not have expected stands at your door.
Good evening, Baron Jameson. Please, come in. He steps aside and opens the door up for him.
Thank you, he says. Jacob, Ambush.
Baron.
To what do we owe your visit?
Well, I suppose if you're gonna cut right to the chase, I'll cut right to the chase too. I wanted to have a chat.
Jacob will make his way into their living space, which is set up to receive guests, mortal and alike, and takes a seat and gestures for Baron Jameson to make himself comfortable.
And he does. He sits in the couch. He's wearing kind of a t-shirt, a leather jacket, jeans, some work boots.
Ambush will not sit down, but he will lean up against a nearby wall and cross his arms, just sort of watching, making sure that nothing terrible happens during this conversation, as he is not one to trust a brouhaha with their temper.
Kind of leans back, gets comfortable, kind of leans an arm over the back of the couch, crosses a leg. You gonna stand there up against the wall, big guy?
Don't want to, tip the couch one way. When I sit down, furniture tends to... And he does like a stand-up motion.
You are a pretty big guy. I'm not here to make trouble. In fact, I'm really just here to try and find some answers.
Please, ask away.
So Mike Moore,
Yes.
he asked you to do something, right?
He did indeed.
Okay. Just confirming that. I haven't heard any news on that.
That's because it did not happen.
I'm curious as to why.
I do not seek to start a warfare between two baronies.
Uh-huh. Right. Okay. So... what's this I hear that you're getting buddy-buddy with Velda?
Given the nature of the request, I did not wish to take part. And I was given information to tell that you have a history of retaliation. And so to protect me and my own, I sought such protection from Baron Velda.
Okay. Alright. Why her, though? I mean...
Baron Velda's domain is known for protecting those who seek sanctuary.
I also protect those who seek sanctuary. If I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, you came to me.
Yes.
Seeking sanctuary.
A home within the city.
And that conversation was 5 years ago.
Indeed it was. And in those 5 years, I have made friends with neighbors. I have offered assistance where need be. I have sat quietly and patiently and not stirred the waters.
Except you're
Until
now.
Until I had a request made of me to kill a kindred in another domain.
I'm aware.
In the hopes of stirring up trouble with that domain's baron.
I mean, something like that would stir up trouble.
Yes. And since using a reasonably new kindred and his group to do such a thing would make that kindred a very easy scapegoat. You can see why I would refuse to do such a thing and why I would seek sanctuary in an unrelated barony.
Okay. I mean, who's to say I wouldn't do the same thing if I were in your shoes?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
But also, who's to say that you would not just willingly follow orders? Either or, what is done is done.
What's done is done.
I'm gonna insight check this motherfucker. Is he getting angry at all during this conversation?
He is cool as a cucumber.
Oh, you're not even gonna make me roll for it, okay.
You can roll the wits awareness, but he's cool as a cucumber.
You mean wits insight?
Yep.
Okay. I'll just, see if there's any underlying, just try to. Yeah, I'll be fine. Cool as a cucumber.
Coffee, given this situation,
Mhm.
do I hear an excess of traffic outside at all? Or is it just Baron Jameson?
An excess of traffic? Like more
Yes,
traffic than normal?
more than what we were maybe expecting with a singular visitor.
No.
Okay.
Saw one vehicle come up. See one vehicle in the parking lot aside from your own vehicles.
Meaning he is confident that if things go astray, he can handle this situation on his own.
Or that.
Do you have...
Or he might not intend to make a fuss.
Is that all you wish to know, Baron Jameson?
Kinda. Because I'm a forgiving man. I can overlook certain things. Everybody fucks up from time to time. We all do it. I'm sure there's a number of things that you have had to cover up for a number of these wackos. He kind of points to Ambush and kind of gestures around the room.
He is holding his tongue, wanting to call bullshit this entire. Just like, I'm a forgiving man. Ambush on the inside. No, you're not.
I am used to covering up for those who may not be able to cover for themselves. Yes.
And I can respect that. As your peer. It is something I strive to do for everyone under my care.
That word peer is an interesting one. I want to insight that to see if he actually believes that word that came out of his mouth.
Sure, it's insight.
Because I don't believe that he looks at me as a peer at all.
You satisfied with that?
Yes.
Seems genuine.
I see.
Everyone here has been vetted. Not everyone is vetted equally, or the same. But you can't blame me for wanting to vet you, right?
Oh, absolutely not. After all, this city, if you won't mind me saying, is quite rife with suspicions that could only be put to the extent of sheer paranoia.
And what if I were to tell you you passed?
I would be quite surprised.
Would you?
Yes.
You really think I'm that petty?
I was given to the understanding that the kindred that we were to remove was once a member of your barony,
He was.
and that the reason we were to remove him was not only because it would cause trouble with Baron Batista, but also for some previous grievance. That grievance being that he decided he no longer wished to be a part of your barony.
Mike did sort of hammer that one in pretty clearly, not gonna lie to you.
So you will forgive me for a little surprise on my end if that is something that is quite forgiving.
The only thing that I don't understand is why you didn't come and confirm it with me.
You are considerably older than myself and every member of my coterie, yes?
I don't think that's hard, given how young I have come to learn you all are.
And those of our particular ilk have a tendency of becoming stronger with age.
Yes.
And for some, that strength also has a little volatility to it.
Always comes with something like that.
Particularly given your clan.
Of course you would assume that.
Also given that I have come to understand that there is a particular dislike for my particular clan within this domain.
Well,
it stands to reason that I would not simply walk in and say I'm not doing it.
to be fair, you aren't the first obstinate Ventru that I've had the pleasure of working with.
Yes, I've noted there are quite a number of my obstinate kin within the city.
Yes. He was a rather obstinate little prick. But,
Who?
well, his name was Faustus Beaufort.
Beaufort. Is that a name that I know?
Intelligence politics. If you have specialties in Dallas,
no, just in diplomacy.
Okay.
Intelligence politics, you said?
Yes.
Woohoo! 4.
It rings a bell a bit. But it immediately brings to mind Anarch. Someone who escaped the purge.
I cannot say that I am particularly familiar with the name.
That's alright. He arrived here about a year before you did. Drummed up a coterie, much the same as you have. And, within a year or so, though, he left.
Oh, he did he?
Yes. Where he's off to?
Why was...
No idea.
Why is it that he left, do you know?
Same reason they all leave.
And what reason might that be?
Greener pastures.
Greener pasture.
So, you understand why I wanted to vet you all too, right?
Well, given this city's past issues with Camarilla and issues regarding the Second Inquisition and various other bits and pieces here and there,
So you get
I can understand why a vetting process would be necessary.
It's not the first time I've vetted anyone, and it's certainly not the last.
I have a question for you,
Always.
if I might.
Shoot.
This vetting process, particularly on me and mine, what has it told you of us?
It tells me you have reservations. Reservations, sadly, you don't communicate. But that's something that we can work on. You have a standard of conduct that you hold yourself to. That's that you're not going to blindly say yes. So, it would maybe be of interest to you that we continue to do business as peers. That you would kindly tell Velda to fuck off.
Unfortunately.
Jacob, your blood stirs a little bit. You don't like him talking about her like that.
Unfortunately, Baron Jameson, that will not be possible. You understand there were some concessions that I had to make in order to bring my coterie into a defensible position.
Ambush?
Mm-hmm.
Baron Jameson looks to you. What do you think?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think a whole lot. That's not what I'm here to do. That's not what I do. However, I will say that through this conversation, I've learned a bit about the both of you, which is something I never thought I would ever do, is learn. I feel like both of you, some pretty decent points here. I don't know anything about this Velda. I saw her at a party once.
Don't try.
Jacob has a pretty good head on his shoulders. I'd say that. He's a very smart man. Very, very, one with his convictions. But I could also understand what you would want him to basically tell someone to go fuck themselves. So, like, I'm kind of at this pass here where I understand where you're both coming from. But I personally couldn't give a fuck either way.
You're just here to be the
This-
muscle. Right.
Pretty much, yeah.
The universal yes man.
Unfortunately, due to said moments of cleaning up, it also happens to be that young ambush here, along with Alice and Squatch,
Oh, I certainly plan on asking
Happen
their
to-
opinion too.
happen to owe me quite a number of favors.
Hmm. Okay. That certainly tells me something I needed to know.
So, please do be understanding if that they are incapable of telling you yes or no.
Incapable.
Well,
A debt's a debt, sure.
if nothing else, I know how to draw in the sort who would stay loyal.
And why wouldn't they, right? You're a beneficent sort of leader, right?
I do my best, but I can't say that I'm a kind man. That would be lying.
Immediately ambush. No,
Jacob
you are
shoots
not.
Ambush a look over his shoulder.
Oh, you made that abundantly clear. And it's not long after he says that Alice and Squatch come walking into the door.
Hopefully, having finally received Jacob's warning on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mind you, they're covered in muck right about now. Or at least Alice is. Squatch made sure of it.
Ah, perfect timing.
Looks like somebody went spelunking.
Speak of the devil, and they may appear.
Oh,
Telling Alice the glory of the sewers. Waves getting around.
it was magical. I'll tell you that.
She might have tripped over a couple things here or there. Every 10 feet.
Only because you said it was safe and it wasn't.
Learn from experience.
These two and I were just having a conversation about everything, so sit down.
With all due respect, Barrett, I think I'll stand over here to keep whatever smell is coming off me out of the room.
I don't care. I really could care less about what you smell like.
Alice sits down.
Squatch will sit down as well.
So, the way that Jacob has been saying it is that you all seem to owe him some pretty hefty debts. Is that true?
Yeah, about right.
You attended the soiree at my establishment.
I saw you in passing. Yeah.
I owe him a few for putting that thing together.
Okay. But nothing serious, like, I don't know, life debts?
No, nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm not crossing that line yet.
Okay. So for all intents and purposes, you're free kindred, right?
And I have the assumption this is going somewhere.
Jacob was just telling me that he does not wish to accept my offer of...
Put things bluntly, Baron Jameson would like us to return to the fold. I have made him aware that I am not in a position to be able to do so myself.
If Jacob, as a free kindred, decides that he doesn't want to return to the fold, that's fine. That's his business. But what kind of... Is he keeping you against your will?
Absolutely not.
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Sorry. That's this little guy. No.
I mean, to be fair,
I've
Ambush, you
been-
did say that you're a yes man, so...
I was more amused by the implication that you made.
I know. So, Alice, Squatch. Offer stands. You would be welcome back. I've informed Mr. Levit here that you all passed when it came to my test.
Do you mind if I ask how?
By not killing Jorge.
Oh,
So,
'Cause
going
I-
against your order.
Yes.
Huh.
Now, I did say to Jacob that the only thing that we need to work on as far as if we were to move forward with our continued relationship is that we would need to communicate more.
In all
Then-
fairness, Baron, old Bruja is going to be an old Bruja.
why do you send Mike to communicate with us?
Because that's who seems to be A, the person that you all wish to speak to, and B, the only person that you all willingly speak to.
That's just who I was introduced to, sorry. It's my custom to listen to those in the later hours. She turns to Jacob and she puts a hand on his lower arm and says, Mr. Levick, I hope you don't think a ghost of me, but I'm afraid I can't listen to your counsel any further.
Then so be it.
bold as always. They call us snakes.
Mr. Levick and I have a partnership going on that I'd still like to capitalize on, so I'm going to stick with him.
I didn't know you were seeing each other.
Those kinds of details about your personal life do not need to be divulged.
Only a snake could twist words.
And I know plenty of snakes.
Jacob
No.
not here fighting the urge to absolutely throttle Alice.
Say.
Alright.
Gentlemen, I don't think you quite understand. The zombie is my work. Aside from my other work. And there is the subtle business of where it sits.
Yep. Just a few blocks that way. And he points in a direction. Towards the direction in which you would go to the zombie.
I know where my bread's buttered.
Alright. Well. Figured I'd offer up a welcoming and forgiving hand.
It is certainly appreciated, Baron Jameson.
You don't have to lie to me.
That is not a lie. The forgiving hand is certainly appreciated. But, as I said, circumstances as they stand, moves that had to be made to ensure the safety of myself and these three here have placed me in a position where I cannot accept the welcoming side of it. I'm sure at this point you have heard the rumor of Baron Veldar annexing this domain within her own.
Part of the reason I'm here.
As I said, in order to have that happen, some concessions had to be made on my end. Some rather severe ones. And it was the only surefire way to ensure that we would be protected should things go awry. I protect my own, Baron Jameson.
And I offered you those same things when you came here 5 years ago, Jacob.
Indeed.
And in that 5 years, you never once really asked for anything.
Nope.
Barely heard a peep.
I built my business. I built this domain up. I solidified it. And I extended friendships to those who were my neighbors. And even some across the city.
Well. I guess that's it then, huh?
If you are ever in need of a good lawyer, Baron Jameson,
Don't worry, I won't.
please do not hesitate. I was about to say, please do not hesitate to be in contact. friendly relationships between baronies is paramount to the city's success.
Mm.
And as I said, I do not wish to be the cause of friction.
It's too late for that.
Unfortunately, Baron Jameson, that could be argued that was by your own hand.
Could be. But then again, you don't really know, do you?
Who really does know? Aside from God above, watching down on us all.
Well, I figured this is how this was gonna go. Figured I'd try anyway. Sometimes adventure will subvert expectations. But to each their own, I guess.
Indeed, to each their own.
So, it would be prudent of me, as one final gesture of goodwill, that whatever happens next is on you.
Each of our choices are entirely our own, Baron Jameson. Is that not what the Anarch movement is all about?
That's true. But you pushed those dominoes.
You lined them up so well.
Tell Mike I said hi. He lives in your domain, right?
Beside,
Same difference.
next time I see him, I shall be sure to let him know.
Good lad. Now, he gets up from his seat and stands up. With that business concluded, I must be away.
I shall see you out. You have a wonderful evening, Baron Jameson. I hope it is productive.
Falling further and further down the rabbit hole, he says as he goes to leave.
God, would I not want to have your shovel?
Jacob will see him out.
And he gets in his truck and leaves.
Keep an eye on it until he can see the truck is entirely gone beyond his line of sight.
God, I should have just punched him in the face and just got it over with. Jesus Christ.
There is
Goddamn.
nothing to hide behind had you done that.
Well, there's something to hide behind now either. I mean, well, this one has something to hide behind, and he points to Alice.
Jacob is who we're hiding behind.
Well, I intend to stand very much behind ambush should the event arise that it comes to violence. You do make quite the fine meat shield.
I've been told I do. However, he just threatened all of us to an extent. I hope you realize that.
Ambush, do I look like an idiot?
He shuts his mouth.
And there was a quiet threat towards Mr. Moore as well. I don't know if any of you picked up on that.
Well, I was going to offer that we beat him to the punch just to see if he gets mad about it, but...
Well, if he's under the idea that Mike Moore is a part of our domain, then so shall it be.
So if I take him out, can I have the church?
Why would
So
you
long
want a
as you
church
don't...
for?
So long as you don't blaspheme it, I will allow it.
I'm sorry, did you just give me permission to get my hands dirty as long as I don't blaspheme a place of worship?
If need be.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting to hear those words. Oh my god, I fucking hate that guy.
Although, if Baron Jameson is making a quiet threat to Mike, it might serve us better to make Mike a friend.
Could make him
For
a friend. Yeah,
For
I
a
get
friend
it.
in need is a friend indeed.
What good does threatening Mike to us?
Baron Jameson is under the impression that Mike Moore is a chosen ally, someone that we go to should we need assistance with anything.
I mean, we could just frame that as him killing one of his own for no goddamn reason. Use that for some political Ponzi scheme.
Well, as far as I can tell, Mr. Moore is in fact a loyalist. So Jameson would be shooting himself in his own foot.
I'm just saying, we have multiple choices here, It's like one of those choose your own adventure books,
I vote we
There
do it.
There are many avenues to put to thought at this point.
Look, you need me to do something, I'll do it. Just give me something to do. I've been real antsy these last few nights.
I just like the idea of taking over the church.
Of course you would. You
I can't even go
soul-sucking
in the
snake.
church. I can't even go in the church. I'd like to see you do that. I'd like to see you in the church, is all I'm saying. I think you'd be good at it.
Listen, I went to school for that. Well, I went to a church school. It was not a fun experience. I'll tell you
I'm
that.
saying, think about how healing that would be for you.
Look.
Should
Go on, sorry.
worst come to worst, and there is a physical attack upon this home, I have already made an action by purchasing another one deeper within Baron Velda's domain. Should you need access to it, I shall provide each of you with the address.
That is wonderful. I like that. I like that sort of forward thinking. Speaking of forward thinking, Alice.
Yes.
My dear, you probably just did the smartest thing you've ever done.
Thank you. I
We
got
haven't-
threatened by a weirdo in the sewers, and it sort of made me think that I should do that.
You have
Suggested
an
that
inn.
somebody was already talking about that, and oh, sorry, carry on.
No, well, you met a weirdo in the sewers.
Yeah, but first, I have an inn to Jameson.
No. We can circle back to that. You met a weirdo in the sewers.
Squatch, do you want to take this one?
He looks over at Jacob. Wasn't a nos.
Now that
No.
is interesting. Not often you run into something other than a Nosferatu in the sewers.
This should ring a bell for you. Short man, blonde hair, bowl cut,
Bowl cut.
goatee. Expensive suits.
Very expensive suit.
How expensive are we talking?
You said 40K?
$40,000.
God, that's both brilliant and gaudy at the same time. Holy shit.
Did you happen to get the name of this gentleman?
Called himself Marius.
Marius.
He knew
Coffee,
a lot.
do I know of any Ventru specifically that go by the name of Marius?
Yes, you do. If I remember correctly, you have that sheet available to you to look at as far as descriptions. One Marius Calhoun, Prince of Jackson, fallen in 2014.
No. That could not be possible.
Sorry,
Doesn't mean
2015.
his real name.
Surely not.
So we
Not
can
with that
also
appearance.
we can also come back from the dead?
I think that's unlikely.
No.
Ambush. I think he's taunting us.
Marius. You are certain that's the name that he gave you?
Yeah, like
Several
I just
times.
said, don't mean it's his real one. I mean, obviously, Ambush goes by Ambush, and that ain't his real name.
It also
Marius was the given name of the Prince of Jackson. For he
Yeah.
fell to Anarch hand.
Did Marius have any childer?
Yes. You see, Prince Marius's surname was Marius Calhoun. A close relative of one Kyle Calhoun.
And most of y'all remember him.
I'm not liking where you're going with this.
And Coffee, just to make absolutely certain that I am not metagaming here,
Mhm.
I am aware of Theodore's station within Jackson, am I not?
I believe you are, yes.
there is a look on Jacob's face of concern, disbelief, and several other emotions that can't quite be placed, and they slip on there in a way that he doesn't usually show.
Hey, big guy. It feels so weird for him to say that. Are you okay?
No, I am not.
Is there like a possibility that this guy is like an ally and you're like blowing this out of proportion?
Prince Marius Calhoun was supposed to have been felled in Jackson. His sheriff was one Theodore Galvin, also prevalent in Jackson,
So,
also prevalent in this city.
I want you to think about,
He is
you
here.
know, yeah.
He is here. Did he not mention something? Why is he still here? Why is he still...
So
That's not possible. That is absolutely not.
I wanna pose a thought, because if I remember correctly, you know, Squatch got like throttled because something about like abandoning his station, right? Is there a chance that this, you know, maybe he took a very particular sort of offense to that, because maybe this Galvin station was still alive?
Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee, please.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know the name of the anarch that took Jackson?
Intelligence politics.
I would like to assist in that.
So
Over here
am I doing a one?
check.
Am I doing a one to modifier?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't got
Squatch is
politics.
assisting.
I'm gonna
Alice.
willpower that.
Alice, do you have politics to be able to assist?
I do not. Not my strong suit.
The characters that have been in court are the ones who are kind of back and forthing with one another.
Yep.
The anarchs that took Jackson was led by one Gregory Ballant.
Yep. But there was a involvement of a group of people.
Quite a number. That's how they were able to overtake the court.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if you know, maybe putting all this together might kind of lead back to the bowl cut.
Look, I hope what I'm saying
I'm
isn't
trying not to meta this so hard.
I'm hoping what I'm saying isn't like not making sense to you, Jacob, because like this was literally the last conversation that Squatch had with this guy, according to him, you know? Something about abandoning his station, and got really upset about that. So what if Galvin's station is still in the city? You know, what if
Jacob is pacing. He gets up and he's pacing backwards and forwards, and he honestly looks like his brain is about to explode, because there is no possible way that Marius Calhoun, Prince Marius Calhoun, who fell in Jackson, could possibly still be alive with his sheriff serving at his goddamn side.
Alice.
And there
Alice,
is no way
here?
that he would have let his childer or his grandchilder, whichever one Kyle was, would not have let him fall within the city, and he is just there is a visible brain melting moment happening for Jacob as he's piecing these together.
I know that you wanted some really cult-like stuff, right? Like, so, like, do you know of ways that Kindred could, like, come back from the dead?
Great question.
Intelligence occult.
Be
I'm
my
just
bet.
gonna lean over and ambush a moment. I don't think I've ever seen him this bad.
No, and I might have broke his brain a little bit.
He genuinely looks panicked.
Would you like to succeed at a cost?
What's the cost?
The city always takes a toll. You better pay the cost.
You're not gonna tell them what the cost is?
The answer is yes.
Oh no!
Strong
Always
narrative
yes.
New choices!
Always yes.
Diablo
I love that
Ray.
Derek is looking so pleased right now.
Oh!
Right.
I'm sorry. Repeat that one more time for everyone in the back.
Alysse, you know that the reason that one could potentially be returned to life as a kindred is a long shot. It's a wild theory. But it's rumored to have happened in the Camarilla before. You know of a way in which a kindred who has diablerized someone would not retain their own self, but the diablerized person's self. And if somebody committed diablerie, maybe? But that's such a fucking long shot. The odds are just absolutely 1,000,000 to 1.
I say that.
I told you guys I'm fucking smart. I fucking told you. You grabs Alice's face, kiss her right on the forehead, shakes her a little bit. You beautiful motherfucker! Jacob? What if Prince Marius was diablerized?
Coffee,
According to the
are there
stories,
rumors?
According to the stories, he was.
Jacob just freezes, his face going completely blank. He's staring off into space.
Oh no, I broke him.
The fact, his next words come out reasonably quiet. The War Baron is a blonde man with a bowl cut and a goatee by the name of Urian Doyle. Met a man of a similar description,
Who called himself Marius.
dressed well, who gave you the name of Marius. Prince.
It can't be a coincidence, then.
I can only hope that it is, for if these assumptions, and I am not willing to call them anything other than assumptions, because this is wild and ridiculous.
This is the most ridiculous theory that anyone has ever said ever.
I'm just saying that the pieces are right in front of you. All right.
The War Baron of San Antonio. The idea that the War Baron of San Antonio is the fallen Prince Marius Calhoun of Jackson is utterly insane. There is no feasible...
Look, I think Galvin is a big piece of this puzzle, okay? Like, look. I'm just saying, the way that he talked to Squatch was one very indicative of one still following a duty.
The city functions much like Amarillo City, save with 3 barons and under the label of Anarch instead. Has this been manufactured?
I mean, Prince Marius was how old?
There's some rumor that he's been around since potentially the 16th century.
So he would be old enough to definitely be
13th
able to...
century.
So he would be old enough to jump into another motherfucker's body, hypothetically. I don't know how that shit works, but... I mean, I assume if he was that old, I mean, then yeah.
If he's old enough to win that fight, he's also old enough to pull strings just the right way to get things set up. A Ventrue old enough to pull strings like that.
You said that he gave you a job.
Did not.
Yes, you
I did not say that.
I thought you... I can't let me go back.
Nope.
No,
Did not say that.
all that was said was that they had
They
run
met
into him.
Yep.
And
Okay.
then Jacob started losing his shit at the fucking description and the name,
Yes.
and
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been moving pretty fast, to be fair in my defense.
are we caught in the middle of a war between 2 princes?
One
The
was
other
not a war.
prince being...
Prince Warsey.
Oh.
What if it's not a war, though?
Prince
Oh,
Warsey
boy.
wants the city, and if this is the ridiculous theory that we are considering here, then this city belongs to a prior prince of another city.
Should we tell Warsey about this?
I have a
No.
thought.
No, absolutely not.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so I don't know if you knew this. I'm sort of related to the guy, so I'm gonna need you to give me a good reason.
Because that could have some catastrophic events for all of us.
Mr. Levick, I have a small thought here. Okay. Say this whole line of thinking about the diablerie is real. Prince Calhoun would not be able to openly step out to take the city for himself at that point. Eaten by an anarch, taken over the body of an anarch, he would need that time to get properly set up. So he sends word to another nearby prince who has already dug into their city, who's already got a stronghold, to start eating away from the outside. That's why I'm saying it might not be a war.
We might be working in conjunction.
Holy shit.
Either way, I don't know how to feel.
Well,
I'm attempting to keep feeling out of this, but it is...
so to give Jacob's brain a little bit of a break from the absolute conspiracy theory that we've just conjectured with each other, Alysse, you have been given a very unique opportunity here to be an inside woman for Jameson's domain.
Yeah, and I think I'll start by threatening him.
What the fuck do you mean you'll stop by the... Who the fuck starts a conversation like that?
You?
We're not talking about me right now. We're talking about Alysse.
Alysse, do you
Amber
have
says in
sufficient
his
leverage?
in his own intrusive thoughts. You.
Yes. He's not talking about himself right now. What do you mean?
Do you have sufficient leverage, Alysse?
No, but I think I'll get it as I go.
In which case, I shall leave it very much in your hands.
Thanks. I think it's
Now-
like a job interview kind of thing.
I will let you know that if you, like, do try to double cross this, I will break your back in half 4 times like Bane did to Batman, alright?
Sweetie, I've double-crossed y'all so many times, you couldn't even count them on your fingers.
I have 10 fingers.
There you go.
Narrows his eyes.
And yet somehow we're all still here.
Well, I don't like any of the implications of any of those statements.
I have somebody I ideally need to speak to.
Oh, Mr. Levick,
Yes.
I may have given him your card.
Then we shall see what he does with it.
To be fair, he said he wasn't gonna come near us with a 10-foot pole.
That would be wise. Especially if he is attempting to keep a low profile.
His words exactly.
So, you're gonna talk to your people. Alysse is gonna form some sort of blackmail portfolio on Mr. Texas Roadhouse. And what do you want me to do during this time? Do you want me to talk to more? Do you want me to murder more? Do you want me to...
I'm going to be painfully honest and say right at this point, I am lost for what to do next.
Okay.
This information has been rather interesting. Yes, interesting. Ambush, how prepared are you for when fireworks finally explode?
I will probably be the happiest man alive because I will finally be able to get my hands dirty.
I'm not talking about on scale of joy. I am speaking physically. I am speaking in terms of your skill and your capacity for violence.
I mean, I could probably go higher. I've been working at it, doing workouts and stuff. Probably take out most people right now. Maybe not some of the higher players yet, but if you send me at like, I don't know, someone like Juan or some of the Nosferatu underground, I could probably just rip their heads off or something.
If worse came to worse, because I have seen her skill, do you think you could take out Isabella?
Oh God,
That is
no,
going
not
to
yet.
be the scale.
Not hell no, not yet.
I want you to be ready to be on equal terms with her.
Okay.
Because if things explode, you may have to deal with some of my kin.
Okay, noted.
You may also have to deal with Bruja,
Okay, so
who
I'll
are
get
known for being able to hit things with exceptional destructive capabilities. I want you prepared to be able to take on anything that Jameson might throw at us.
Okay, so I'll start working on more of the anger issues and less of the shadows. I got you. Gotcha.
If you have some friends, I would suggest stabilizing relationships with them so that they will come to you at a moment's notice.
Me have friends. That's
You
a
are
generous.
involved in the mob, are you not?
I mean, yeah, I could get work from them if I really wanted to.
Would any of them come to bat for you?
Know a guy.
And stabilize your relationship with them.
Okay.
And run security. This domain needs to be ready to defend against anything. And more to the point, it needs to be ready to expand.
Start doing some work for the mob, get some good graces, exchange favors, have them come over here for a bit. Okay, I can do that.
Is that enough for you for now?
Yeah, I think it'll kill the bloodlust for now, yeah.
Does anybody else need a list of things to do?
I'm gonna need a
There's-
reading list because I'm gonna be awfully bored without y'all.
I'm sure you will not even have time to think of us.
There are a few things my way, but I need to work with you in private. Considering all that has been discussed.
Very well. Jacob is gonna wave his hand in the air and he's going to make his way up to his office, taking his computer bag with him because he'd been ready to peace out of this place at a moment's notice. um,
Squatch has fallen behind.
Once upstairs, Jacob will let him into his office and then close the door behind him.
of this. Had a small job for me in exchange for potentially ruining that $40,000 suit.
Interesting.
I am to take a rose out of Baron Velda's room and put it just outside the entrance of the military compound in Jameson's domain.
What an interesting opportunity.
I thought so I bit. But now with everything coming to light, I wanted your opinion on it.
You've made a promise, keep to your word.
Noted.
What comes of it, and I will endeavor to work around it. And with Alice functioning within Baron Jameson's domain, assuming that she does not go awry, and of course with Ambush working security, I should be able to handle what Jameson throws our way. The question is Baron Velda prepared? Because this may well be a test for her as much as it is for us.
Either way, it'll be done.
Yes. Was there anything else?
Wasn't going to mention this originally, but pertinent. Said something about IKEA and stools and meeting up there, but I think it was more aimed at either myself or Alice. If you want either one of us to check it out.
IKEA.
Don't look at me.
Why? What triggered a mention of IKEA of all places?
Your guess is as good as mine, but it was mentioned with the time of 3 a.m. Again,
IKEA at 3 a.m.
Again, it was aimed at either myself or Alice. Just give the word and one of us will go. It's a one-time offer, according to what he said.
Was there any other information?
Did say something about if being stopped to mention the name Joshua.
Jacob just checks his watch.
Something like 1:30.
And how about you and I take him up on this little endeavor? I am in need of furniture for the second haven.
IKEA does have some good looking stuff. Instructions are a little bit wonky, but
Who reads instructions anyway?
Which I think is a good place for us to transition scenes. Marius, you're sitting in your library, waiting for a report. When a hand grazes your shoulder, a very well-known hand.
My dearest friend. Patience is a virtue for thee. Patience is a virtue for the immortals. And yet I find myself this night having difficulties acting my age.
Why do you think that is, my old friend?
I remember once when I ended up asking a young coterie mate of IKEA. And at first it was a passing question, but I did not understand the wisdom behind the very question I asked. It is a simple thing, something everyone overlooks. It is something everyone needs, and yet no one bothers to end up looking at simple instruction. But you can observe on how they act on instinct, how they try and figure it out, model it. Perhaps they have a missing part, or not sure what connection goes where. And while amusing, there's always a plan. There's a place that they wish to put that desk. There is a place they imagine that lamp illuminating. All needed. I am astounded where once you would end up having a carpenter spend days, weeks constructing a table. Now it is simply a matter of going with your vehicle, picking up a box, and with some effort and foresight, you have all that you need. The modern age is wasted on the young. Still. What is it you wish to bring to me?
He has
Go
a
ahead.
bit of a grin on his face. They may have figured you out.
Perhaps.
They think it's a wild theory. But they're piecing it together. Smart ones, them. At least with Levit.
Good. Good.
They will prove dangerous if allowed to stand unimpeded.
Arrangements have already been made. Their danger is exactly what is needed. San Antonio was a start. I am pleased with the work we do here. But I think I long for challenge again. I play with Childer. I think now is a good time to end up seeing exactly what these princes of modern knights can truly do. Besides, I am sure you have some choice words for Warzy.
Indeed.
Now the question remains. How to go about it. This is a cornerstone of something much grander. They all shrink away, worried of the Second Inquisition, worried of Warzy. We have Childer looking for scraps, trying to imagine something larger, be it revolutionary or prince. Perhaps some of them aspire to giddy heights. But there is only a handful who have true vision. Let us see what they can do. After all, it is only just for the elders to teach the young.
And you have a grand amount of wisdom left in your old bones.
Time will tell. But time is on my side.
Which I think is a great place for us to call the session for tonight.
Is Urian and Gambit our fucking win condition?
I had a feeling.
Is Urian and Gambit our fucking win condition?
Look, so I was thinking about this, and all I can think is, do I endeavor to get Urian on side, or do I endeavor to remove him entirely?
Those are two choices.
Because Urian makes a spectacular teacher, which Jacob could learn a huge amount from. But he's also a massive obstacle. And Jacob is looking at this and going, oh shit, I have competition. And not only do I have competition, but my competition is a prior prince. Now I don't just have to worry about Warzy, I have to worry about fucking Marius Calhoun.
I was hoping to be able to get a phone call with you, actually, because I got a wrench in that little theory of yours because it's something you can't account for.
Oh no.
Well, we don't have to finish just now. We can have that phone conversation if you want.
I think it's a good place to end.
Okay. If you insist.
We could do the phone call another night.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well,
This motherfucker is our win condition. I hate that. I love that, and I hate that.
I'm so excited.
you always
I'm
knew
so
that he was your
excited.
win condition. Whether or
Yes,
not it was
No.
to
that was
destroy
that,
him,
he was the win condition straight from the start.
Yeah.
whether it was to destroy him or to join him.
Like, okay, so we were sent to this city.
Yeah.
Our job, right from the get-go, was to discover if Urian Doyle was still alive
Which we did.
or still in the city. Now we know
Well-
for a fact that he is still in the city. And more than that,
No, you do not
We
know
know-
for a fact.
well,
You know there's
we're
somebody matching
guessing.
one of the descriptions you have, first
Yeah.
and foremost. And
we're
second of all,
guessing.
if you're going to end up doing that, you can fill in the blanks and put in anybody.
Mhm.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, this is fun because
Yes.
the people the people that Jacob said he needed to visit, that's Velda.
Mhm.
Because Velda is the one person that might be able to confirm the theory. Because he can't get in contact with Galvin. He's got no way of contacting Galvin. And the other known person that knew the Baron, the War Baron, is Velda. She fought with him.
No, because I'm sitting here thinking, it's like, man,
But there's conflicting descriptions. Which one's right?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Ambush, you know, if there's a prince in the city, he might be more inclined to follow that prince than Jacob, I would say.
What? Wasn't Urian a Tremere?
Urian was a Tremere as far as we know. But
And
it's
what clan
not...
and what clan did Marius claim?
Marius didn't claim a clan. He just appeared as...
Mhm.
Yes.
All these layers.
And Jacob's like...
I love that you, I love that it went so brain broke.
I hope you
and
guys
I love-
enjoyed watching Jacob break down
Also,
and
the
freak
fact
out
that-
for a second.
The fact that the one dot intelligence characters over here, like, so what if this is what's going?
Jacob was already leaning in that direction with his sheer panic, but it's like it was a case of I can't accept this. There is no way in hell.
You know?
That is not a possibility.
Because it is extremely unheard of.
If even the one dot man is connecting things, that's pretty bad. One dot. One dot imp.
See,
It's intended.
the Diablerie.
Yeah.
It's intentional.
The Diablerie
Yeah.
thing is only really rumored to have happened to like Methuselah's antediluvians,
Antediluvially.
that
Yeah.
that sort of age bracket
Legally?
when it comes to vampires.
I'm sorry, I had to make fun of you for how you said that.
Shut up.
Antediluvially.
Antediluvians. You know,
I like your first
like-
one better.
Tremere and Salot and that sort of thing.
Goratrix.
And Goratrix and all of them. You know, those people. Not vampires younger than that.
Or no,
not-
Goratrix is the Methuselah, not a antediluvian.
Not in like many generations of vampires has this ever truly happened more than a few times.
And if it has, they wouldn't make it public.
Yep, it's extremely unheard of. It's like fantasy. It's like that's why it's so absurd.
I don't know any better.
Well,
He heard
All
a
I'm
fairy
gonna
tale
say-
once about people who have diablerized and become someone else.
Once upon a time, there was a Diablo.
the city always takes a toll. You better pay the cost.
Said he always take the toll, you better pay.
Exactly. You have accepted that
Because
cost.
you can hunt the prey and you be preyed upon.
All right.
No, that's the second one.
Moving right along.
There are 4 I have set up.
Oh God.
Because if you end up in my way, you better pray to God.
Well, it is time for us to move on to experience. And, of course, Derek, thank you very much for guest starring on our lovely VOD today. I appreciate you being here and, playing the role of Marius.
Yeah.
Always good to slip into some old gloves. So
Yep, exactly. We love it. We love to see it. I anticipated that conversation going very differently, but it's all well and good. I am.
Oh, I got
very
everything I
pleased.
needed out of that conversation. I got confirmation on 12 different things that I need confirmation on before I can move forward. So, thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah. Hey. Just slip me some notes so that I know what to do. We have had many notes already so far, but yes. But the poll for our audience is already up so that you can vote for who your favorite from tonight was. Sadly, Marius doesn't count. He doesn't get experience.
Nope.
I just, if I want him to have a new thing, I put a new thing on his sheet. He doesn't need experience to get it.
I was so close to adding him onto there anyway.
Because of course he would. But yeah, so for the rest of the experience that I dole out, that comes down to you have showed up for today, so you get your 1 for showing up. Yay, guys!
Yay.
So there's that. So let's talk about what you guys vote on as far as your own favorites as a cast member. So, Derek, you will also get votes in this particular essence too, as you are a participating player. So, who moved our plot the furthest?
I'm putting my hat in there.
I'm going to agree with Squatch.
Just
I'm gonna
telling
agree with
Jacob
Squatch.
about the meeting
Squatch,
and then
yeah.
pulling him aside for that side convo of, hey, I've been given this job, and then the IKEA thing.
Who even knows if the
Great.
IKEA thing's going to amount to anything? We're going to find out.
I mean, Jacob needs to get some furniture, so perfect place. Might as well while they're there.
Exactly.
Cool.
Alice was the one who was offered the furniture, and they don't even get the. She
I
doesn't even get to
know,
go.
I know. Thank you for saying it. I
got
didn't
you.
want to say it. Thank you. Alice got cut out of the furniture thing. I thought it was for her too. But I'm gonna vote for Squatch, even though Squatch cut me out of the furniture conversation.
Okay, in all fairness, he said if you want me or Alice to check it out.
No,
Look,
you
this
said
is
it was. You said it was said for. You said it was given to me or Alice. I don't remember which. It's fine.
Exactly.
I've got other shit to do.
Look, this
I
IKEA
don't
plot
need your
has been
IKEA
literally going on, or has been brewing for 5 years.
You are
I don't
fucking
need
welcome
your
for that.
IKEA tool. I
The
don't even
hilarious
wanna
thing
go to
was that started
IKEA.
because of Velda.
Really funny.
How funny.
She needed-
Jacob
she
got
needed
audio.
You think
furniture.
it's funny? You
I'll
think
go
it's
make my
funny?
own plot.
I am very freaking serious about this. I am dead serious about it. You give me just about anything, I will find a way to make a power base out of it.
All right. Well, it sounds like 3 votes for Squatch, so that's majority.
Yep.
So let's talk about the best scene.
Jacob Freakout. I don't think anybody can argue.
Jacob Dream Break.
PTSD dog meme.
Look, I wanted to give some real credence to the fact that this is an impossible idea, and there is no way in hell that this should be happening. But with the
Like I said-
evidence that they've got, that's the only conclusion that Jacob can really come to in that moment.
And it's very,
It's
very
90%
conspirative.
conjecture.
Yep.
It's
Yes.
90% conjecture, and even if you knew it for fact, you couldn't prove it.
Exactly.
And that's so annoying.
Galvin can't even prove it, but he believes it because he could see the friend that he knew for 700 years. So Galvin can't prove it, but he believes it.
Oh, I can prove it. It's just I might not walk out the other side if I try.
I've heard a couple votes for
Yeah, I think it was unanimous.
unanimous.
Yes,
that
Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob
was.
freak out. Okay, Jacob freaking out during that conversation scene. Yep. Best line.
Oh.
I don't remember which one I said, but I want it. I want it. I had a bunch
What
of
was that
really
one?
good ones in that first
What-
scene.
What was that one that made me want to throttle Alice? The one about Squatch and Jacob being in a
yeah.
homosexual relationship?
That was a good
In
one.
front of Baron
That was a
Jameson.
good one.
Yes!
That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, that was a really
Baron,
good one.
look, Baron Jameson, as the storyteller and the person on camera, to portraying these individuals, I didn't have to describe the fact that Baron Jameson, in his gut, was kind of cringing.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that neither one swung at her.
Jameson,
Oh, Jacob won too, but there's a certain level of decorum that needs to be held.
Exactly.
Jameson is also kind of an old fogey. He's like, okay, you do you, and walk away.
Well, and Alice was using that as a moment to separate herself from them as well. She
Yeah.
knew what she was
Yeah.
going to do, and she was showing that before doing it. It wasn't just a one-off remark. It was also,
Yeah.
I did also half expect Ambush to punch Jameson right in the face. First off,
I thought about it.
I'm glad.
I
glad
know
you
you
did
thought
that.
about it. I could see those gears turning.
Some of the shit that he said, or I was like, "Is it go time now? Like, you're starting to get a little passive aggressive there, buddy. Am I gonna have to yeet you out the fucking door and hope to God you don't come back in?"
You can't win that
I
fight.
could also put. I could also throw in Jacob reminding Baron Jameson that it's the Anarch's way for Kindred to have responsibility for their own actions.
Exactly. That's exactly what he was trying to remind you of.
So, what Jameson does is Jameson's choice, regardless of what Jacob has done.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Jacob's not willing to own up to his choices.
That's not necessarily true.
I would argue the opposite, to be honest.
You push over a domino, chain reactions will happen.
Yes, but you lined them up, Jameson.
It is Jameson, it's Jameson's choice whether he wants to knock over his own domino. Or be knocked over in the dominoes. You can be a strong domino.
No. Well, it's Jameson's choice if he wants to shove Jacob into the domino. It's not Jacob's fault if he trips over. maybe intentionally.
So yeah,
I was just throw that out there.
yeah. So
I'll give it to
Alice is
'cause
getting
that
the
shit
best
was
line.
really funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, Alice.
We
And then the poll resolved
Was Jacob.
was Jacob. Okay.
Woohoo! They
Woohoo.
love me.
They love you. They really, really do. Well, it is about time for all of us to say goodnight to San Antonio for the time being. And so, you out there in the audience, if you have not followed us already, you should, because we do Vampire the Masquerade 2 times a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And there's obviously this game and Brisbane by Night on Saturdays. But if you have missed any episodes, you should go and check it out on YouTube, because we also post all of the VODs there. And if you give a like, comment, and subscribe, that would be perfectly acceptable. Also, yeah, giving a shout out to our good friend Macabre Derek for being a guest star for tonight. Thank you very much, Derek, for giving us your time today. It has been greatly appreciated. And yeah, so, and also check out, if you haven't done it yet, just check out the Discord, because that's where I post when we go live, when I post YouTube videos and the like, and have other sundry conversations going on in our Discord too, so you should come check that out. But with that being said, thank you all as my players for being wonderful players and in gaming with me tonight, and you out in the audience for sticking with us and enjoying, watching. And so, let's say goodnight, everybody.
good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
It's not possible.
But what if it is?